Did you hear the story of the military spouse who put bleach in her husband's coffee machine for months to try to end his life? Military spouses, where you at? Hi friends, if you're new here, I am Mama Margot and I have a podcast called Military Murder. I also host a YouTube channel by the name of Mama Margot. On my platforms, I cover true crime cases that affect the military and veteran community. So let's get into today's story. NBC reported that an Air Force member living in Germany was estranged from his wife earlier this year. However, they continued to live together for their child. Every day, the airman would make a cup of coffee at home and drink it. But by sometime in March of 2023, he noticed that his coffee was tasting funny. After weeks of funny tasting coffee, the airman purchased these chemical strips to test the water levels in his home. When he tested the faucet water, the results were normal. But when he tested the water that was in the water basin of the coffee machine, he was floored. The test revealed high levels of chlorine in the coffee machine. Homie was like, what in the hell? So by May, he set up cameras in his house to see if his inkling was correct. And wouldn't you know it, after he set up the cameras, he discovered the culprit. His mother-flipping wife, Melody Johnson. Now, the airman didn't want the Germans to be involved, so for several months while they were still in Germany, he continued to play her game. He would pretend to drink the coffee, but he was really dumping it. At some point, they PCS'd from Germany, Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Arizona, and when they got here, they were in temporary lodging for a little bit. And the airman set up the cameras again. And wouldn't you know it, his kind of not so smart wife was caught again on camera pouring something into the water reservoir. On July 6th, the airman decided the gig was up and he reported his wife to authorities. But wait, after showing the authorities the video, the authorities were like, okay, but wait, we can't really tell what she's pouring in there because it's just like in a random container. The police continued, so before you get crazy, let's take a breather. Can I pause right here? Can you imagine having to continue living with someone who you know is trying to kill you and the police are like, wait, we need more evidence. I mean, if you think about it, what's to say that Melody doesn't wake up one day and she's like, you know what? This chlorine thing is taking too long and just takes a weapon or something and just takes him out. Come on, man, that's a lot. Anyway, when the police told this airman that they needed more evidence, the airman was down to clown. He was like, I got you. The following day, when the couple moved into their permanent house, this airman set up even more cameras. This time, he set up a few cameras, one right above the coffee machine, one in the laundry room, and then one between the two locations. The good thing about his cameras is that they looked like fire alarms, so the wife had no clue that he had put them there. Anyway, during the recordings that he continued to make, he caught his wife in the laundry room pouring bleach from the bleach container into like a little kind of vial or whatever. Then she would walk it to the coffee machine and just slyly pour it into the water reservoir. This airman was finally able to breathe a sigh of relief when he took this new evidence to the police department and they made an arrest. Melody was charged with attempted first-degree murder, attempted aggravated assault, and adding poison to food or drink. This case is very fresh, so I'm not sure when I'll have an update for you, but I guess the moral of the story is divorce is better than murder, but also don't continue living with your estranged spouse. And be smart. This airman from this story was on high alert. He clearly has listened to my podcast, and now he gets to walk away with his life. Good on him.